Welcome back, everybody. I want to start by showing the height of my three girls in the tent so far. They've been in veg 80 plus days, which 2 to 3 months is fairly typical. And talk about when do you know your plants are ready to switch to flower, which means also changing the light schedule from 18 on 6 off to 12 on 12 off. So the first thing you want is obviously very healthy root system going. And that's something you don't see, obviously, but in the last 3 weeks of veg, these root systems seem very solid, how they've been accepting the water. I've added more soil on top, so they've got a good amount of that to draw on. The other thing, of course, is your canopy. What's the height? What do you have left in your tent to accommodate? Because within the flowering cycle, these plants will double in size, height, and moving out on the screen. So you want to make sure that you've got enough height in your tent. I've got about 24 inches up to the lights still, and another 2 feet above the lights that I can pull them up. So I have plenty of room to let them grow, and my issue in the past is not always being aware of that and maybe not allowing for enough room between the top of the plants and your lights. That can be problematic at the end, and I've run into that a few times. So I want to make sure that I had topped and filmed and super cropped everybody here. So as you can see from this bird's eye view, looking down, I've got a nice amount of these girls moving out onto the canopy. So after 80 some days in veg and seeing them very successfully come back from 2 toppings, one at a super cropping, these girls are ready for flower. The other thing that I had made sure with your lights, I've got 2 lights. My larger one has a dimmer switch, so I have gradually been increasing the light until you get to flower. Then both lights are on full blast, and will be, because they only are on 12 hours and then they're off 12 hours. So let's zoom in one last time to our girls. We tend to avoid any kind of major training in the flower stage, other than just poking them under screens and keeping them growing out instead of up. We will see these girls really change now by being in their flowering stage, which lasts another 2 to 2.5 months. So stay with me, and you can see how these girls are going to change on a daily basis now that they are moving from teenagers to young ladies. We want them to flower. Okay, until next time, try growing your own. Try growing in small spaces. It's a lot of fun.